Bang! And we are back. The most exciting part of today, I think, is right here. Next, we have three very important people who have a major announcement to share with the world right here at Blockdown 2020. It is an official press conference, and we will also be joined from several members of the media and press. First, he is a finance, entertainment, and technology industry entrepreneur, seasoned capital formation leader, film producer, and talent representative. With over 25 years in the entertainment and finance industries, he is a major force at the intersection of celebrity and social good. He is a founding advisory board member of Slate Entertainment Group, creator of disruptive crypto-driven streaming and ticketing platforms. As a veteran of the William Morris Agency, he founded Infinity Management International in 1990, which represents top record producers, film and television writers, directors, and producers. He began his career participating transactional and securities law at two major law firms on Park Avenue in New York. Please welcome John Carras. Next is a successful industrial entrepreneur and investor with more than 20 years of proven track record in innovative investments in technology, energy, health, retail, and the construction industries. As a lead investor of MMTC, he's invested and mobilized over $2 billion to build the new city with a 100% green concept and began construction in 2014. The city is 85% complete as of December 2019 and is expected to be fully completed by the end of 2020. And it will be the first smart city in the world to operate exclusively on the blockchain. His company and technologies were key to enabling the establishment of mobile digital identity infrastructure that became a secure foundation for digital money transfer services worldwide. He currently sits on the board and mainly as a chairman of more than 20 companies in technology, retail, pharmaceutical, health, construction, hospitality, human resources, energy, and engineering industries. Since 2007, he has been the chairman of the New York-based American Institute for Africa Development. Please welcome Julius Mwale.
Thank you. Nice to be with you. Nice to be with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And next, of American Senegalese descent, he is recognized as one of the most powerful voices across Africa. He is named the Forbes Celebrity 100 40 most powerful celebrities in Africa's list. In addition to having 2 multi-platinum albums, 27 songs on the Billboard Hot 100, he is among the first artists to accomplish the feat of holding both the #1 and #2 spots on the Billboard's Hot 100 twice. Through one of his organizations, he has already brought solar power to 18 countries in Africa, creating safety, health, and well-being for over 100 million of the 600 million Africans who lack electricity today. It's also his birthday today. Introducing the man, the myth, the legend. Please welcome Akoin.
Nice, nice. I feel like a championship boxer. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so guys, thank you guys for showing up. Everyone that's on tune. Listen, today is a special day. Not only is it my birthday that I'm celebrating, but I'm also celebrating Akoin and the launch of it. And listen, I have an amazing team that's been a part of this whole situation since day one, but I don't want to take this away from John Carras, because he has been like literally championing everyone, putting everyone together, utilizing all the resources we had to get up to this point. So I think I will be doing him and my whole team a disservice if I announce it. I really want to give him the pleasure of announcing this one thing that we work. And believe me, I've been on him. I've kind of, listen, our whole life has changed over this, but I know he's sacrificed an awful lot, and that's my honor. Just give it to him, to let him be the one to announce this, as if it's my award, but he's the one that made it happen for us today. Go ahead, John.
All right, appreciate it. Woo! Today is a very big and important day because not only is it Akon's birthday, but this is the first time in public that I can put these two absolute legends in front of people and show an alignment that is going to be an incredibly powerful force for the next, who knows, hundreds of years, but starting over the next couple of decades. We at Akoin and in other aspects of our business have aligned with Julius Mwale, one of the greatest, most forward-thinking, unbelievable man, one of the most forward-thinking business people who doesn't just talk about ideas, he makes them come to life and has for the entirety of his career across many, many, many verticals, and on top of which his just genuine humanity and kindness and care for bringing Africa up completely aligns with our purpose and our vision at Akoin and Akon Legacy Ventures, which again also span multiple industries. As pertains to Akoin, we are just in the process of launching a joint venture with Julius and his companies and some of his affiliated brands, including Mwale Medical and Technology City, to create a digital payment solution that will empower hundreds of millions of people starting in Kenya and ultimately expanding across Central and East Africa, ultimately across the continent and eventually the world. Julius has incredible knowledge and experience of this going back to building the digital identity solutions. But for us, we're going to be the first cryptocurrency that powers smart cities, initially in Africa and beyond, starting with Mwale Medical and Technology City, which has tens of thousands of residents, many employees, and is built around a core state-of-the-art 5,000-bed hospital that is up and running now and is the most advanced solution for COVID and more in the continent of Africa. So it is our incredible honor and pleasure to announce this alignment between Akon and Julius Mwale. We are doing multiple things together, and we are just so, we're giddy. You see Akon and I, we can barely keep the smiles off our faces. Julius and his team have added missing parts, power, strength, resources to us. It's expediting our vision, and the launch of Akoin is imminent now, starting with a gigantic utilization play in Kenya, in Mwale Medical and Technology City, ultimately Nairobi and beyond. So Julius, come on up to the forefront. We love you, brother. We are so happy to be in business with you, partners, friends, and yes, more kids' pictures going back and forth. So here's Julius.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you very much, and happy birthday again to Akon. It's a pleasure. It's a great pleasure again to be able to meet with you, and of course to be hosted here with Blockchain Blockdown event, one of the best events during this COVID-19 moment. You know, the entire world is it's literally fighting and tackling this pandemic, and I think our hearts and souls go to everyone else that is affected by it. And I think we're gonna rise together in the world and make sure that is able to come back strong and be able to change the world. Now, talking of the COVID pandemic, you have the blockchain ecosystem that has been existing in the last between 15 and 10 years. I started with mobile digital identity infrastructure based in New York City in early 2000s, and I worked into making sure that we could get the payment transactions that are done via the ATM, mobile phones, have a digital identity and turn that into currency so that we could get people away from, poverty and give them access to money that they will use to be able to advance, their lives. So with Akon has literally had this precious dream. He wanted to be able to come to Africa, change the way people are living in Africa, give him access to money, give him access to resources so that they can empower their lives and get out of poverty. So I thought, looking at his vision of coming in and making sure these unbanked people are banked and are brought into the system, with the rest of the world was remarkable for this generation. And it's a privilege for us at Mwale Medical and Technology City to be able to join this dream. So I think you didn't talk about Akoin more, but I'll literally try to tie it up to what we're doing in Africa. So Akoin will be the main exclusive cryptocurrency at Akoin City, in Senegal, in west of Africa, where there are about 400 million people. And in East Africa, so what we've decided to do is to launch it immediately, and we're going to have it on the ground with a million transactions, being, basically kind of, being the operation of the entire city with a million transactions that will be able to get the marketplace for Akoin to help, the entire East and Central African region of 400 million people to be able to prosper. So what we're looking at is a million transactions this year on Akoin platform, and up to about 100 million transactions in the next, 3 to 5 years, so that, we can be able to accommodate, the entire region of East and Central Africa. Because our city, it's a $2 billion city now, 85% complete. It's going to be completed by the end of this year. Right now, all the transactions in the city are digital. So we have our hospitals are running on digital currency, which is unbanked, phone transactions, mobile payment transactions. We have supermarkets in the city. We have hospitality in the city. They all run on digital transactions, but we want to migrate them to Akoin so that we can get Akoin to be the marketplace, in the ecosystem that will be able to control the blockchain in these exclusive blockchain city. And so what we're expecting is that within the region of Eastern Central Africa, where we have 400 million people, Akoin will be the dominant, marketplace within the next, 18 to 36 months. And then we are moving it into West Africa, where there's another 400 million people, and capture about 70% of the entire population in Africa by the year 2025. So we expect Akoin platform exclusively to run about 70% of Africa, on unbanked and mobile transactions, by the end of 2025. And that's it's a pleasure for us to be able to get to know this great team, the great legend of Akoin, and see them joining our vision, in Africa, to be able to change the world. And Africa has become literally the new China. So where China was 10 years ago, that's where Africa is today. Like today, for example, in Kenya, because of COVID-19, the government banned the use of cash. So all transactions in Kenya now are being done digitally. So everything is digital. And that's like an opportunity for Akoin to be able to come in now and be able to run those transactions. So within our city, we are doing 50 million digital transactions a year now, and we expect to be able to upgrade that. So we're going to put that on the marketplace, start with that a million transactions, and then grow with Akoin from there. So I don't know if you have any questions.
I'll just add a couple of things that people can find exactly how we build some of the underpinning in our white paper, which is available on www.akoin.io, and they'll learn about our internal conversion mechanism, proprietary way to move directly and freely between prepaid sell minutes, fiat currencies, and a number of cryptocurrencies, and that will again help to bank the unbanked and bring them into a future of digital transactions on a pathway to way more access to prosperity.
Boom. That is absolutely enormous. Congratulations to your team. Phenomenal work putting this together. An absolutely massive leap in technology adoption. Congratulations. So now we have members of the media and press who are eager to ask a few questions to you guys. So we're going to open it up to those guys. We first have Kingsley. Kingsley, if you're with us, the floor is yours. Oh, it's Dylan. We have Dylan. And we're waiting for him to join with his audio. Maybe we'll go to the next journalist.
Hello.
Oh, here we go. You're up.
Hey, Dylan Love here, Coin Telegraph. Mostly just wanting to ask Akoin, what is the measure of success for Akoin? Are you trying to reach a certain market capitalization? Do you want to achieve some number of users? What makes Akoin a success?
Oops, audio.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, what makes Akoin a success for me is for all the developing countries around the world to utilize Akoin as an instrument financially for their future day-to-day use. Ultimately, as you know, in Africa, we utilize Africa first because Africa, first of all, I'm African and want to create something special for the African citizens, especially financially, and give them a currency that they can trust and also utilize on a day-to-day, a level where it's more digital friendly and can convert to everything that's happening within today's technology. Because Africa, as you know, from a technology standpoint, we may be behind on a lot of things, but technology is one thing that we've always kind of was forced to be moved forward with because of the lack of opportunity and the lack of infrastructure. So digital instruments became something that we was able to be able to utilize to our advantage. And ultimately, as you look at anything moving forward, it's all digital, especially finance, which I feel like this finance piece of is what's going to be what moves Africa forward, because we have to understand how money works. We have to understand our resources and what that's worth, and we also have to understand the young, population that's very technology friendly, and what's that worth to us in the future. So once you start from the bottom and work your way up, it only creates for a better tomorrow in Africa. And I think once we lock down the perfect financial instrument that everyone can trust, can utilize, and is something that actually is very compatible to all the newest things and latest technologies moving forward, it'll give us a good hand as to how we can structure Africa for the future. So to answer your question, if Akoin can be the future currency for the continent and all the developing countries around the world, that would be successful.
Great.
Fantastic. Thanks, Kingsley. Our next question is from Justin O'Connell from Forbes. Fire away, Justin. Oh, we're just waiting for him to join. Technical difficulties sometimes in the technical space and technical world. Justin, are you with us now?
Yeah, I can see him.
Okay.
Oh, you can see him? He's probably muted.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we can go on to Christina for now. Oh, no. Justin, are you with us? Your microphone is not working. We're going to go to journalist. Oh, hold on. Should work now. Justin.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There you
Fire
are.
away.
Yeah.
All
There
you.
it is.
Made it, Justin. Yay.
Oh, great. I hope everyone's well. So let's see here. I
Yes.
guess my question is, I'm curious about what you see the benefits of the Green Smart City is, as well as, well, let's start there.
Yeah, so my name, Justin, it's nice meeting you. My name is Mr. Mwale, Julius Mwale, from Mwale Medical and Technology City. Now, today we have over 50 million transactions, digital transactions a year, but those transactions, the mobile phone companies charge a hefty transaction fee for them. And so with Akoin, we're gonna be having an ecosystem with a marketplace that doesn't charge those fees, and so will allow those people to be able to join the Akoin network and then be able to move the monies within the Akoin ecosystem without incurring those fees. So it becomes easier for the population to be able to perform transactions, save a lot of money, and then be able to basically advance their lives.
And Akoin will be the currency, the only currency available in the Green Smart City.
Exactly. Right now we have M-Pesa, we have mobile, Safaricom mobile payment. Safaricom is it's a Vodafone company that has over 40 million users, about $2 billion a year in transactions, one of the largest mobile payment systems in the world. But they charge transactional fees, but Akoin is going to come in and won't be charging those transactional fees unless you're moving money out of the Akoin network. But if you are doing transactions within the Akoin network, you will be able to do it for free. And so that should be able to allow these 50 million transactions to be able to give a lot of financial benefit to the entire population that is in the region.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Right. All right, fantastic. So we're going to move on now. I think that we have Aaron with the next question. Aaron, are you with us?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Can hear you. Yes.
Yes,
Go
we
ahead.
hear you, Aaron. How you doing?
I'm good, buddy. I just want to say, firstly, happy birthday to Akon.
Thank you.
Secondly, I've got a question from Valoran, who's from France 24, and her question is, what concrete solutions can Akoin bring in the future, especially in a post-COVID-19 world?
There are lots and lots of solutions that we're bringing, mainly with and through our DApp or decentralized app partners. Everything from from addressing last mile solutions to land land registries, medical and pharma testing, all on the blockchain. There are so far in our core set of DApp partners, there are dozens of solutions that will be onboarded to, again, help people in rising economies have more education, more technological tools, and more ways to make their lives easier, more efficient, and financially beneficial. So keep looking at the akoin.io website over the course of the next month, and you will see a bunch of those being onboarded and announced. But they provide all kinds of tools for people to learn, earn, spend, and save through using Akoin.
Yeah, and that's to add on it. Currently, our consortium with Akoin is providing. We are the Center for COVID-19. In the Western Kenya region. So our hospital, Hampton's Hospital, has, of course, a 40-bed ICU unit already that is performing, tests for patients, free of charge, that are coming in for treatment that can't afford it, and then providing them treatment free of charge, within the region of 16 million people.
All right. This is absolutely massive news. And I do know that some of the members of Akoin are going to be sticking around and doing some more announcements, some more exciting stuff going on, stuff that I'm not too sure what's going down, but I heard is very exciting. We have a few more questions from the media and press. We have Rob Stevens from Decrypt. Rob, are you with us?
Yep, I'm with you. Hello, Akon, and happy birthday.
What's up, Rob?
So my question to you, Akon, is according to recent figures, 26% of adults in Kenya have access to smartphones, and that figure dropped to 19% in Senegal. How can these cities run exclusively on Akoin?
Well, one thing I do know is Africa in general. Sometimes the consensus is not oftentimes correct. Ultimately, when you're talking about mobile phones, there's more people in Africa with smartphones and dumb phones. That's probably ultimately, when you look at how digital works and how we communicate, how we pay our bills, how we utilize and integrate within society, majority of the population is doing it via mobile phone. So I know my vision for Akoin is the future. It's not more so about what's happening right now, because I know once Akoin is in effect and we're moving it in the areas that we're moving and impacting the areas where we need to impact, the growth of it is going to grow, rapidly, very quickly. And not only that, but we also have majority of things that the population utilizes on a day-to-day basis, aligned with our platform, that gives them more reason to be able to utilize that. But I know one of the biggest concerns in Africa has always been transparency and security. And I know that's going to be an easy situation for us to solve, especially when you're looking at dealing with the blockchain system itself that's built on the crypto system that allows you to do that. So I think as we move forward, the trust is built further. The people utilize it and they see how easy it is to navigate within the system and how easy that it helps to integrate within their lives and make things easier for them. I think the popularity of this Akoin will grow a lot quicker. And not only that, but the services that's being provided will also allow the population to engage and allow it to grow a lot faster as well. So it's more of a future play for us rather than now. We're just trying to create as many solutions for as many problems as possible, and then allow the wave just kind of work itself.
Yeah, and just to add on it, so with the current platform for Akoin, we should be able to perform some transactions on these small phones. Like today, for example, the M-Pesa transaction for Safaricom, which is the biggest one in the world for mobile money transfer, is used in Kenya for those 17% of those small phones that you have there. So the smaller transactions of moving moving money back and forth, within the ecosystem of Akoin. We are testing with some of the phones, these small phones we have that you're talking about, and we should be able to perform, some of these basic transactions on those phones. But for more complex ones, you have a bigger majority of the population that has access to low-level smartphones that can be able to perform full Akoin, marketplace transactions and in process.
And I would just add one thing, which is that by the end of next year, they're projecting that over 600 million people on the continent of Africa will have smartphones, more availability, prices reducing, and we're in the early phase of launching our own that will be very, very cost effective and quite functional, Africa made, etc. So we're looking to make sure that the population has affordable and easy access to basic smartphones, especially in the areas where we're focused in the smart cities and in both Central and East Africa, and then ultimately West Africa as Akoin City comes online in the next number of years.
Yeah, and to add on too, so in Kenya, the cell phone accessibility is 100%. That's the latest government data. So each household has a cell phone, and the internet connectivity from the latest government data in December, it's at 90%. Yeah, accessibility to internet. So we are beginning, Africa has moved very quickly on that, and that data is out there. You can check that. So we think we'll be very good when it comes to accessing, overwhelmingly the majority part of the population.
Phenomenal. All right, we have one last question before we go for a little bit of a break, and then we come back with more members of the Akoin team. Christina with Cointelegraph, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Take it
Hey.
away.
Hi, Akoin. Fantastic news.
Hey.
Congratulations. I just wanted to know what this is actually going to mean for local people. Will they have free access to healthcare? Is that part of the plan?
Yes, Akoin, let me speak, and then Akoin can join. So there's a big four agenda, specifically in East Africa and Kenya, by the government there, where the universal healthcare, it's supposed to cover the entire population by 2022. So our city was built around that concept. So the big four agenda, they have food security, affordable housing, manufacturing, and then universal healthcare. So healthcare today, the national healthcare insurance company covers over 48% of the low class homes, and of course covers majority of the other homes. So the government data is at 67% now, of the coverage for healthcare, but we're anticipating to do that, by 2022, and we are involved with donors too to help some of the low-income families, which are about a third of the population, to be able to afford to pay the co-pays, which are about $5 required for an average family of 5, to pay every month to be able to access that healthcare. So we are working in our consortium in our city, to be able to get everybody within the county of 2 million people to have that coverage by the end of this year. By 2022, over 48 to 50 million people have universal coverage, and then it will be expanded, in all the regions of Africa, by the year 2030.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah. And has this been slowed down at all by the COVID pandemic?
I'm sorry?
Do you see this being slowed down at all by the COVID pandemic?
Yeah, no. What the COVID pandemic has done is that it's opened up the ability for now these communities to be able to get a lot more coverage, because what we were doing, for example, with our city, we are opening 82 other centers, by 2022, to be able now to cover the COVID the COVID patients, because we don't require them to travel long distances to come to this city or to these hospitals. So we have to build other locations, to be able to accommodate those people. So we just put up a $500 million last week, to be able to begin expanding into locations that will be able to reach the 16 million people within that region. So the COVID-19 will accelerate access to healthcare, for these rural populations in Africa.
Amazing.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Christina. That's an absolutely huge announcement here at Blockdown 2020. And listen up, there's lots more to come from the Akoin team. Akoin will also be joining us, I believe. I know it's your birthday, man, and happy birthday. But I do believe you'll be joining us again after a short little break where we have some more announcements. And then we'll let you go to your birthday party, Finanza. But then we'll also be back with the Akoin team again for a third time to talk about the technical partners and how dApps can actually build on this this network and this new exciting technology that's going down. So we're going for a short break and we'll be right back with the Akoin team.